Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk and another in the series of how to lose. Now this is a how to lose Redshire, but more importantly, I want to talk about top tier and top tier platoons, especially how you can absolutely cripple your team. So this is a how to lose as a top tier platoon. How to lose as a top tier platoon, and it really has to do with poor decisions on deployment. So we are here in Redshire. I've spawned into the north spawn. It's a standard game. I'm in my T-55A Tier 9 Premium, one of the award tanks for the personal missions. And it's a two-tier battle. I'm bottom tier, but it's only one tier down. And the critical terrain really is over here. Recently been a good discussion on some of my videos that some people believe that the castle is very important. I would say it's a sideshow, but we can have that argument later. However, it would have been even better if the 705s had gone to the castle than what they actually do. And I'm talking about our two 705As, a top tier platoon. In addition to that, it looks like that's a... Nope, there's another platoon in there, it looks like, with a 103 and the T-92, which less important because a 103 is probably going to camp and the RE is in the back. So if you're top tier or a platoon, especially top tier platoon, and you take your platoon to a bad place on the map, you are absolutely crippling your team. You really are. So I deploy, I'm headed over here to the west side because this little tank is pretty fun in the brawl. And I see that I've got a Type 4, the 103, Papa Mau Mau. I just noticed his name. That's a great name. He's going to head up here, I think, and hang out on this and look for shots onto their campers on the hill. Where is it? Over here or so. And we have the E50 clicking on the castle. So we have a whole crowd of people going to castle. It's me, a Type 4, and a Stir. And I'm thinking, holy cow, this is not good. So I'm going to keep trucking. And I looked back and went, you know what? I'm not doing it. Today, I'm not doing it. Normally, I would just go there, get some damage, and move on. But today, I'm going to hold out hope that somehow we're able to turn this around. So I'm going to be spotting boy. And between me and the Type 4, we're going to try to hold this corner. That's problematic. There are two artillery. And based on where I am, I can't take shots from up here on their sniper hill. So this is not a great corner to hold. If I go around the corner, they have shots on me. If I back up too much, these guys have shots on me, and it's fairly flat, so artillery bombs us all day. So let's see what happens. Pay attention to where the 705A platoon is going. When I saw it initially, I thought, what on earth? Are they taking a weird line to go into the castle? Are they going to dive down into the ditch near the castle and try to be aggressive? The answer to that on both accounts is no. They're going to go up to the bottom of the hill with shots at them from the castle, shots at them from the center hill if they come around too much, and easy shots at them from the artillery. And they're going to fight two heavy Object 705As out in the open, basically in the middle of the map. At a position I don't know, to be quite honest, if I've ever seen anybody go there at the beginning of the game. Other than potentially people who think they're going to fast cap. And now they're kind of working their way into that little ditch in between, which is extremely difficult to get out of. There's really no capability of pushing, especially with all the guns in the game and the artillery. And they are exposed to artillery. It's not very easy, but they can make it happen. And our two T-10s, our M46 Pat and our E50, backed up by an Object 263, are all fighting a couple tanks over in the castle. And you'll notice that the enemy team has sent some fairly serious firepower. We're taking shots. Even their big TD, kind of an assault TD, with that 111 GFT. I do have a review on that. Pretty cool TD, actually. I like that thing. So even he is aggressive in moving up. The Leopard PTA, see if I can get a shot on him. Terrible shot, no lead fire. That's on me completely. Another just right behind him, struggling here to get any kind of shots. And you can see that the Type 4 is taking the artillery fire, and pretty soon this spot's going to be untenable. There's another ricochet. Tried to go into that top hatch, but can't do it. And now I just know, and this is the problem with this spot, you're going to have the enemy come up here, hold down over these Super Conquerors, a fantastic hold down tank. I'm going to have big trouble with him. And they don't have to come around so much that they get hit by our hill campers, although they will in a moment a little bit. But if they just push me back enough, now they have shots on me from the side and the artillery. So that's going to force me actually to go around the corner right here, at least initially. getting a little spotting damage at least, because there are artillery back there. We have 2 artillery, and then we've got our hill campers, the Conway, the AMX, and the Sturv 103B is repositioning back there. It's a good plan on his part, because where he was is untenable at this point. And the Type 4 is just doing his best to stem the tide with these dudes. And I'm bouncing off upper plates, I'm bouncing off turrets. I just really don't have any good shots, and I have no real good options. I'm just, at this point, trying to hold these guys. I could reposition, but if I leave here, if I leave this spot, then this whole side of the map collapses. And it's questionable whether I would even get around here. If I had left earlier, the same thing really applies. I could have come over here, but these guys are not really pushing, are they? Even though they seem to have an overmatch, they're not really doing anything with that overmatch, and we're getting overmatched over here. My best bet is that the campers, and especially the Sturv and Conway, can whittle these guys down. I'm just looking at this point to try to hold as long as possible. And I don't like that in World of Tanks. That is a losing strat for the most part. It can work if your TDs and already do their job, but with long-range shots, you never know. Sometimes you smack them and pin, and it's all roses, and sometimes you miss 100 times. And that's exactly what I was worried about. The Progetto is now shooting at me from over there, and thank goodness he either didn't have more in his clip, or he, once I disappeared, he decided to stop. Otherwise, I might have ate a few more. There's some more damage. I've got a whole 947, but I'm looking at a Super. There's a Leopard, an M454. There's a 113 trolling around in the middle. We're not doing badly, so I'm looking at this going, okay, we've given up a lot of map control, and that's not good, but we're doing okay right now. We're doing okay. Maybe those 705s will break into the open and do some damage. Let's see what happens. How are they doing over there anyway? Oh, no, they're not doing good. Guess what? The artillery is absolutely owning them over there. There are side shots from the 430 and the E50 hanging out at the back of the castle. Why? Because the big power that went to the castle refused to push in and remove the side shot flankers from the castle. And this is the big problem. There goes one of the 705As. This is the big problem with going over to the east. If you don't get into the castle and take it, you allow all kinds of side shots on your guys up on the hill. And then if your top tier 2 705As drive into the middle where the side shots are available, well, there you go. The result is pretty predictable from there. Everyone now is up on the hill. The T10s are in the back on the hill. I am the only guy over here in any kind of forward position. The E50 and M46 are all running away, and I miss. I'm having a really hard time with gunnery today. I'm not doing very well at all. This guy's going up. Now he's on the other side. I'm like, all right, let's get a little shot on him. Nope, nothing. And now they own the middle. So those 2 705s have been peeled out, and this is where the wheels will come off of nearly any team, especially with this many guns left. Both our tier 10 platoon are dead, and we are stuffed into 1/4 of the map, and this simply never goes well. This is why mediums and heavies camping on ridges and in the back is such a bad idea in this game, especially early on. If you don't get forward and get some kind of map control, you can be in big trouble. I push in here, getting a little more aggressive than I really probably should. But I'm going to see if I can get a shot on this guy, and unfortunately he gets one on me. And here comes the 113, and now I know the jig is up. Oh, right on, Artie, thank you. So I use him as a shield, just in case there's someone up on that hill. And then I back up a little more because, I should have stayed where I was. Conway actually hit me. The shot in the 113, I live, holy, uh-oh. There's one more coming for me. Can I kill him? I survived. And now I'm running. No, I cannot get away. There is still a Super Conqueror with that great depression and turret right there. And we end up losing that. This starts to go downhill quickly, as you can tell. By the way this is set up, they own this area over on the west. They own the east. They own the middle. These guys will get lit and shredded from every direction, and then they'll just track down the guys who have decided to actually go to the very back on the red line. And it's pretty much over. So a good example of how to lose. If you're a top tier platoon, take your platoon to somewhere dopey, and that will immediately cripple your team. So if you're looking to lose, that's exactly the kind of thing that you want to do. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll be looking forward to the comments, because I know I threw a couple grenades about what I think the critical terrain and how this map goes. I will admit it can go several ways. I'm just talking about playing the odds as I see it. So fire away, have a good discussion, and we will see you.